getting ready to put the decals on the chassis. If you have a chassis, a lot of the chassis you see, they have numbers and letters on them. They represent the company that it belongs to. You could buy your own chassis, you could rent chassis, you could lease chassis, or you could sign up for the chassis pool. It's similar to renting the chassis. You have different chassis pools. Some of them you pay a monthly fee, so it'd be X amount a day for the month. So they charge you one fee for the whole month, but you could break it down into a daily rate. Then the pool chassis that we use, they charge you by the day. So if you pick up a chassis today, you're paying for today. If you pick it up today and drop it back today, you're still paying for today. If you pick it up today and drop it tomorrow, they're charging you for 2 days. Because it don't just go by a 24-hour period. Like you pick it up 10 o'clock today, you gotta drop it off by 10 o'clock tomorrow. That'll be 24 hours. That's not how they charge it. But if you do decide to buy your own chassis, you could still use the chassis pool if you choose to, or you could just use your chassis if you have enough chassis to cover all the containers that you might end up pulling. If not, the best way would be to for containers that you're gonna store. If you know ahead of time that you're gonna pull these containers, they're not gonna be ready to receive them right away. You put those on your chassis. So by you putting those on your chassis, you're getting paid for the storage and you're getting paid for the chassis. But you don't have to pay out the chassis fee to the port because they're your chassis. So the chassis that you're going to run today and turn back in today, or pull out today and turn back in tomorrow, you put those, you could run those with a pool chassis. That way you're not building up a whole bunch of chassis fee for the month by having containers sitting on it. Yeah, you're getting paid that chassis fee, but you want to keep that. You don't want to pay that back out to the chassis pool when you don't have to. So right now I'm just putting on the numbers on these chassis. And if you have some chassis or even your truck, you need decals for your truck, or send me an email. I could do the decals and I'll mail them to you and you could put them on. So just reach out to me and I'll reply back with a quote, and I'll leave my email address in the video description. And the chassis, you could put the full name of your company, or you could put abbreviated letters. Like you could put 3 letters or 4 letters that you choose to use, and then numbers, whatever numbers you want your chassis numbers to be. And normally they have the numbers on both sides, on the front and then on the back. If you have a slider like one of these 2040 combo, you want to make sure wherever you put the numbers, it don't matter if it slide to a 20 or it slide to a 40, you'll still be able to read the numbers. Because some parts on this chassis, when you stretch it out, you see a space that you could put the chassis numbers, but when you close it up to a 20, it'll cover the numbers up. And that's why I decided to put it right here where I'm putting it at. That way it don't matter if it's at a 20 or a 40, you'll still be able to see the chassis numbers.